Your first successful kill happens before you learn your name. You are 7 weeks old when a moth lands in the dry grass beside the porch. You flatten your body, your eyes swallow the whole yard, and your back feet make one tiny adjustment. Then you launch. One paw pins a wing. Your teeth find the soft middle. Nobody teaches you where to bite. The instructions arrive before you did. For the first time, the sequence completes. Search, stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat. It lasts 12 seconds. Every system works perfectly. That is exactly what makes the next 16 years so cruel. 1 week later, a hand lifts you into a plastic carrier and takes you somewhere almost none of those systems will ever be allowed to finish the sequence again. The floor begins to vibrate. Your mother's smell disappears. Every turn of the car throws you against a wall you cannot see through. When the door finally opens, you step into a quiet apartment. There are no moths. There is one bedroom, one hallway, 6 closed cabinets, and a window that does not open. Welcome home. You inspect everything. Nose to baseboard, cheek to chair leg. One room, then the next. Behind the sofa is safe. Beneath the bed is safer. The top of the bookcase belongs to you the moment you reach it. By sunset, the entire known universe has been measured. Then something moves outside. A pigeon lands on the fire escape. Your ears rotate forward. Your shoulders sink. Your jaw begins clicking against empty air, rehearsing a bite meant for the neck of something small. You sprint and hit the window with both paws. The pigeon looks at you through the glass. It does not fly away. It takes one slow step closer. Your new universe has invisible walls. But morning brings a miracle. Food appears without effort. No searching, no waiting, no failed attack. Brown pieces simply fall from the sky into a ceramic bowl. The first breakfast feels like winning. By the 50th, something is wrong. Your stomach receives the meal, but the rest of you never gets the story. Search, stalk, chase, pounce, and kill have been removed. Dinner begins on the final page, like hearing only the final chord of every song, over and over. You finish in 90 seconds. Now, there are 23 hours, 58 minutes, and 30 seconds until anything important happens again. The human leaves through the largest door. You wait for it to reopen. At first, the apartment is not silent. Water races through pipes. An electrical box hums inside the wall. Something tiny scratches behind the kitchen cabinet. There. You freeze beside the baseboard. The sound moves left. You move left. It stops. You stop. It begins again 3 inches higher. There is prey inside your territory, close enough to hear and impossible to reach. You remain there for 2 hours. When the human returns, you are still staring at the wall. A phone appears. The human records you and laughs. Apparently, you are being weird. That evening, the human offers a hunt. A red dot appears on the floor. It runs. You run faster. It climbs the wall. You twist in midair and trap it beneath both paws. Nothing. The dot appears behind you. You attack again. And again. Each time your paws close, the prey teleports away. There is no wait, no smell, no struggling body, no moment when the hunt ends. Then the light vanishes. You search the floor where it died. The human has already started watching television. Your heart is still racing. Your pupils are still wide. Every system that prepared for capture remains switched on. At 3:07 in the morning, the pressure escapes. You tear down the hallway, leap from sofa to table, ricochet off the bedroom door. A shape moves beneath the blanket and you bury 4 paws in it. The shape screams. The light comes on. The human shouts your name as though you have broken a law. You have. Inside this home, hunting is allowed only when the prey is imaginary and the human is awake. So you find something legal to do. You scratch the sofa. It is tall enough for a full stretch, heavy enough not to move. Positioned in the center of the territory where a claw mark actually means something. Glands between your paw pads leave a chemical claim no human can see. You are here, and this place belongs to you. Perfect. A spray of cold water hits your face. You are carried to a scratching post hidden beside the laundry basket. You touch it. It rocks backward. Your approved tree cannot survive being scratched. The sofa can. You return to the sofa tomorrow. The human calls you stubborn. Then the vacuum arrives. It screams through every room, swallowing hair, dust, crumbs, and the familiar smells you spent weeks placing along the edges of your world. It attacks beneath the sofa. Your safest cave disappears behind a roaring mouth. You retreat to the bedroom. The bedroom door closes. Yesterday, that room existed. Today, a moving wall has erased it. You push one paw beneath the gap. On the other side is the creature controlling food, weather, daylight, doors, and whether any part of the universe is allowed to exist. The human thinks you want attention. You want your map back. Days become a schedule. Sunbeam at noon, bowl at 6, pigeon at 7, pipe noise after midnight. The same toy lies on its side for 3 months. It never flees. It never hides. It smells like dust and your own mouth. You begin knocking objects from the counter. A pen rolls. A cup shatters. Feet rush into the room. For one wonderful second, something has changed because of you. You knock down another cup the next day. The human searches online for, "Why is my cat a jerk?" Then the carrier returns. This is the only door out. You are driven into a building soaked with fear, disinfectant, dogs, and the scent of animals who were here before you. Strange hands pull you from the carrier. A cold circle presses against your chest. Something sharp enters your skin. You fight. More hands hold you down. When you finally return home, the apartment you tried to escape smells like the safest place in the world. You hide beneath the bed for 6 hours. The carrier goes back into the closet. The outside world closes for another year. Time passes differently when nothing leaves. The human sometimes disappears for a day. Once, for 2. A stranger enters, fills the bowl, removes the waste, and leaves. The largest door opens twice, but never for you. You wait 4 feet from it. The human controls food, doors, light, and which parts of the world exist. The human is not your roommate. The human is the weather. When the familiar key finally turns, you run forward, then stop and walk away with your tail high. The human thinks you are punishing them. You are checking whether the weather is real. Years settle over the apartment. You learn every engine in the parking lot, every footstep in the hallway, exactly how long the refrigerator stays quiet before it wakes again. Then, one summer night, the impossible happens. A moth slips through the door. It circles the lamp, vanishes behind a curtain, drops low across the floor. Your body is older, but the instructions remain. Search, stalk, chase. The moth turns. You turn faster. Pounce, catch, kill. For the first time since you were 7 weeks old, the final page belongs to the same story. You carry the moth to the human and place it beside one bare foot. This is not rubbish. This is proof. You found prey inside a world where prey is never allowed to exist. You completed the hunt, and now you are sharing the result with the only living creature in your territory that never learned how. The human recoils. A tissue lifts your catch. The bin closes over it. You sit beside the foot and watch where the moth went. The human strokes your head. The gesture means love. The bin means nothing you understand. More years pass. One morning, the jump to the bookcase fails. Your front paws catch the edge. Your back legs search for air. You fall, not far, but far enough. After that, the bookcase goes. Then the table. Then the windowsill. The apartment shrinks again, not because a door closes, but because your body does. The pigeon returns to the fire escape. Once, your jaw would click. Your legs would coil. You would attack the invisible wall as if this attempt might be different. Now you rest your chin against the glass. You have spent a lifetime studying a world you can smell, hear, and see, but never touch. Behind you, the human sits on the sofa. You step down carefully, cross the room, climb onto the lap that has been there through every vanished door, every empty bowl, every carrier, every night. The pipes whispered prey you could not reach. A hand settles across your back. You begin to purr before deciding to. The home was never simply a prison. A prison does not remember how you like to be touched. It does not wake when you cry. It does not grow older beside you. But love did not remove the walls. It only gave you someone worth waiting for inside them. Outside, the pigeon flies away. This time, you do not look up. If this changed how you see an indoor cat's world, share it with someone who lives inside one, and subscribe for the next animal life hiding in plain sight.